doing well? Today we're doing a collaboration. PVIS and Marilest coming together, and we're going to cook and learn some science. So it's going to be myself and the science teacher at PVIS, which is Miss Lily. A lot of you guys know Miss Lily. So she's going to be working with us today, and she's going to do the science part, and I'm going to do the cooking part. So if you like science, stay tuned because you're going to get a little bit of all of it today. So today we're going to be making not ice. We're going to be making rice. Pull it together. Rice Krispie treats, but not just any Rice Krispie treats. We're going to make the Earth's layers. And we're going to need some marshmallows, a whole bag of them. And we're going to need some black icing.
Yummy.
And we're going to need some food coloring.
Yummy.
And we're going to need the star of the show,
Rice Tropical and Pop
Krispies. We're going to need her hat, which is Cool Whip, green sprinkles, and half a stick of butter, along with some cream cheese.
Delicious.
Hi guys. So first off, we've got a large pot. And I don't know if you guys have ever made Rice Krispie treats, but they're pretty easy. We're going to take half a stick of butter, drop it into the large pot, medium heat. Not too high, you don't want to burn the butter. Then we're going to take,
No, we don't.
some marshmallows. And we're going to pour the whole bag in there.
Pour it in there,
And
Missy.
we're going to stir and stir and stir until
Stir
they're
it up.
nice and melted. Are we ready? Are we ready? Marshmallows. Woo! Hi guys, we're back and we're melting the marshmallows. We're melting the marshmallows.
Melted.
And they're almost melted. You can kind of see we got a few little clumps left. But we're melting the marshmallows.
Melting them on up. Melting them on up.
And
Rice
we're
Krispie treats. Yummy.
teats. They're called treats. So we're just about there, and we're gonna pour 6 cups. We're talking 6 cups of Rice Krispies into this melted marshmallow mixture. But you just gotta make sure, you guys, you stir the whole time because you don't want to burn the marshmallows. And I think we're there,
I
Lil.
think we're done. So
Yes.
we remove them from the heat.
Remove them from the heat and pour them in. There we go. Woo! Woo! Until they're nice and coated. Just keep on stirring. Gooey goodness. Yes.
So, since we know that all of Earth's layers have different characteristics, we're going to divide the Rice Krispie treats into 3 different bowls so we can dye them different colors.
Ooh, that's red. Ooh, cool. Food coloring. New bowl, new layer. Let it go. Let it go, Lil. Woo, yellow. Ooh, that's cool. Red. Yellow and red make orange, hopefully. And start mixing. Cool. Not mixing that. Well.
I'm gonna...
New layer, new color. Green. Ooh, that's cool. Ooh, look at that. Yes, green. Next thing, you're gonna take a bowl and you're gonna grease it really well with, coat it with butter really well with, just use the wax paper to help yourself and just coat it really well because this is where it's gonna go. Have a greased bowl. Next off, you have,
Your inner core.
which is red. Next layer,
Outer core.
which is orange. And
The mantle.
last layer. Yes. The crust is the last layer. This is the third layer. Sorry, guys. Okay, so first off, we're going to do the outer layer, which is going to be the green, which is the largest amount that you have. You're going to take that out and you're going to put it into this bowl. Oopsie. Sorry, Lil. Oh, man. You might want to grease your hands a little bit so it doesn't touch. And you're just going to form it to the bowl.
So, the green layer is the mantle, which we know is the thickest layer on Earth. It makes up over 80% of Earth's entire body. So, we want to make it the thickest. So, the next layer is the outer core. Now, the outer core is extremely hot, but it is still considered a liquid. It's made mostly of iron and nickel, and it's actually the reason why our Earth has a magnetic field, which is why compasses work and always point north. And the last layer is the inner core. Now, the inner core is a solid ball of iron. It is the hottest part of Earth, and it ends up spreading its heat all throughout the layers. Yeah.
So now it's time to turn it over onto a platter and pop out the earth.
Ooh.
Ooh, not so easy. Let's try it again. Ooh.
Really gonna break the plate.
Now it's time to pop out the earth and put it on a plate. Ooh, yikes. Turn it upside down and boom. Voila, half the earth. Cool, huh? Pretty cool.
All right. And we know that the top layer is the crust, and it is made out of hard, solid rock. So I'm going to put this black icing and coat it before we put the ocean and the continents on.
So now we're gonna make some of my famous icing, cream cheese icing. I'm telling you, it's a good one. So you're gonna take cream cheese and you're gonna make sure it's at room temperature because you want it soft so it's nice and creamy. I got my icing, not my icing, sorry guys, my cream cheese. And I'm gonna put it into my mixer and I'm gonna mix that first so I get it nice and soft. And let the mixer rip. And there it goes. We want nice, smooth icing. So now we have some powdered sugar and I'm gonna sift it into the icing. And the reason you're sifting the powdered sugar because you want it nice and light and fluffy. You want nice, creamy, smooth icing. Very important to making a good icing. Delicious, smooth icing. And mix it together and add a little bit of vanilla. So make sure you take your rubber scraper and scrape the sides really good and then mix it again. Now I'm gonna fold in some Cool Whip to make it nice, light, and fluffy. And really take out that bite of that cream cheese and just kind of fold it in there. Okay, so now it's all nice and smooth and I can see the consistency, but we need to make it blue for the oceans. So we're gonna add some food coloring. But before I make it blue, I wanted to share with you guys this recipe, this icing recipe is really used in a lot of different things that I make. But one way you can use it is as a dip to graham crackers or graham cracker bears. What are they called? Grammy bears? Or
Teddy Grahams.
Teddy Grahams, that's what they're called. Or even pretzels or even like fresh fruit. You could use this as a dip and it's really good that way. So this recipe you can use in multiple ways. Give it a try. You get a leg. Oh,
Jody? No. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Just one little bit.
No, Mom.
That's really good. Oh, wow.
Mom! I have to teach the children.
Pay back.
Stop
Pay
it.
back.
No. Enough of that.
Oops. Add in some blue. Stop, Lily. Stop.
Okay.
That's enough, Lily. All right. Ooh, look at that. It's blue. Just like the ocean. Oh, wait. So, look at that beautiful, smooth, blue icing.
So the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna frost our Rice Krispie Earth. Now we chose blue because the Earth is majorly covered in water. So obviously water is blue because we have all of our oceans. So we're gonna cover it in our blue icing, and this is what we know as Earth. This is what we get to see. This is what we live on.
This is so satisfying.
Oh.
I caught you, Lily. Now you gotta clean it up and make it look beautiful.
Next we have some green sprinkles. This is gonna represent our continents, aka land.
So beautiful. Oh,
These don't really resemble the
oh, they
continents
do.
very well.
They're so pretty.
Knock it off. Antarctica. I need one. I only have 4 continents. I need 7 of this small
We
thing.
need 7 of them.
Here's Australia.
Ooh, Australia. That's my favorite.
This is it's South America. And here will be Europe. Here we go.
It's called food art, guys. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. Yeah. So if you guys want to hear about all the science behind this piece of art, go follow Miss Lily Califano's YouTube channel and you can learn all about the science.
Correct, but a little bit. Now, what we're gonna do in order to see the layers is we're gonna cut it in half because the Earth is kind of like a watermelon. It looks one way on the outside and completely different on the inside. So we're gonna cut it in half and form a cross section. A cross section lets us see all the layers that are in Earth. Wow, it's real thick.
Can you get it?
Oh, well, yeah, I got it.
Ooh, look at that bad boy.
Jody? Wow. I mean, it got a little messed up. First layer, which is the crust. Now, we talked last week that the Earth's crust is made out of hard, solid rock, which you can see by that black line there. But on top of that hard, solid rock is the ocean and the continents that we live on. Now, a little bit more of a scientific term for the crust, a little bit more complicated for you all, is something called the lithosphere. Now, the lithosphere is the crust and the upper part of the mantle that is also hard, solid rock. The combination of the crust and that upper part of the mantle is the lithosphere. And the lithosphere is what's broken up into plates that actually move on top of the mantle, and that's where we get landforms and earthquakes and continental drift, which again, we're gonna talk about later.
Now, I get to take a bite out of the world.
We're supposed to be on a sugar detox.
Oh, uh-oh. These are good. Really good. You guys gotta try it. Especially the icing.